It's showtime, folks. Welcome in, Chasing Big Joe, 102.5, 106.3 The Game on this Wednesday. Hope you're having a great start to your day. He's Big Joe Dubin. I'm Chase McCabe. Dr. Crane, Nick Frazier, behind the glass. Is Skillet still with us?
I don't believe so.
Okay. It was yesterday?
Today's Wednesday.
Why did it have to be today?
Because you know what today is? Chase McCabe's birthday.
It is.
Happy birthday, Chase
Thank
McCabe.
you very much. Thank you very much.
And we're going to get right to the question of the day.
Okay, let's do it.
What do you get a man who has everything? What do you give Chase McCabe for his birthday?
Oh, God.
What do you give him? A couple years ago, I tried to get Taylor Swift to jump out of a cake, and it was Taylor Hicks.
Yeah.
So it was a big screw up on my part. So what do you give
That's
a man
that's
who's
twice
got,
we
right?
screwed that up because last night, we left the MTSU, the Blue Raider Blitz, and Ricky came and picked us up and said, "Hey, we're going to see Taylor," and we were like, "Oh wow, like where's she at?" Because I guess Kelsey's in town and everything. And
tight end you,
and so we're like, "Yeah, we're gonna go to this. Taylor's doing a show and everything," and it was Taylor Hicks. So
yeah, Ricky's like, it's over at this bowling alley. So we're like, all right, so Meanwhile, Taylor Swift's at Brooklyn Bowl. Ricky takes us to Donaldson Bowl, which no longer exists.
Yeah.
So
then he started crying about it. And we're like, dude, it's been gone for like 5 years.
Yeah. He said, I thought I had it. I was like, that's all right. Meanwhile, everybody else is with Taylor Swift at Brooklyn Bowl.
Yeah.
We're riding around Donaldson trying to find someplace to eat. That's all right, though. Happy birthday, Chase.
Thank you very much.
May we ask how old you are?
I am 38.
38.
38 years young. So, yeah. No, feeling good, though.
Birthday,
I did wake up and my back was hurting. I was like, well, this is appropriate.
Yeah, that's right. So here's what I do, which is not healthy at all. So I'm 56. So I do in my life, when I was 38, I would like, all right, where was my mom when she was 38? Where was your mom when she was 38?
Well, with me, I mean, probably taking me to school or something.
In life.
Oh, in life?
Yeah. Where was your mom at 38 years old? Taking to school or something.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably what her life was.
All right.
I mean, she was teaching like she is now. And let's see, how old would I have been at that point? Probably 11.
All right. So what year was your father born?
Dad was born in 53.
So he would have been 1991. What was your dad doing in 1991?
He was running a bar.
Okay.
Yep.
I mean, you basically run a bar here. So it's
pretty
same thing.
Pretty much.
So yeah. So I always compare, which is not healthy, but you're like, all right, what were they when I was?
That's kind of a fun exercise, though.
It is. Drive you crazy.
Do you do this? I immediately this morning, like I started listening to like some late 80s music, and then I was like, I wonder what the number one song on my birthday was.
The day you were born?
Yeah.
Oh, so that would have been 1987.
Yep.
Was it
June 25th, 1987?
Oh my God! I just listened to the countdown last week too. Oh gosh. It's not Man in the Mirror. That was 1988. God, I don't know. Tell me.
Whitney Houston, I Want to Dance with Somebody.
Nice.
So I was like, hey, that's a good song.
Yeah.
I like that song.
Okay. Well done, man.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, buddy.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's fun. And I guess we can go ahead and throw this out there. We got a little news this morning that we're going on the road.
We are going on the road.
So we're going to Dr. Crane. You got to hold it down. We are going with the Cats. We're going to call the championship game in Albany on Saturday. So, yeah. Don't ever do that again.
That was Joe, not me.
Oh, man. We're headed to Albany. Yeah, get ready. The Chase and Big Joe comedy tour is going to upstate New York.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
I've never been to upstate New York.
Yeah, my father's from up there. I've been there once. So Poughkeepsie, Albany, New Paltz, up that way. And so that's the capital, right? The capital of New York is Albany. A lot of history there.
Sure is. A lot of people think it's New York City, but
it's not, pal. You know the capital of Kentucky?
Frankfurt.
Oh, man. Dr. Crane, what's the capital of Florida? Just one more game. That's it.
I don't like games, Joe, especially with you.
Tallahassee.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot. Thanks. All right, Dr. Crane. Good answer.
Yeah, thank you.
They wasn't going to answer, so I just sped this
Well
up.
done. All right, good job.
All right, so what is our question of the day?
What do you get a man who's got everything? What's a good birthday gift for Chase McCabe? He loves Dale Earnhardt and he loves Taylor Hicks. So what do you get him?
Yeah, so Ricky made fun of me for this, but I said since I'm 38, today is my Dale Senior, Dale Junior. birthday because 3-8.
So you're far too advanced. I can't think that analytically like that.
I'll get you that coupon where you can get knighted on Donaldson bike or something. He was talking about
That's East Nashville.
East Nashville. Sorry.
Yeah, $25.
I'm good, man. I appreciate
20, that's all it
that.
takes, man. It's a Groupon. Get 2 for
appreciate
1.
that.
You could do all you want with that right there. So yeah, I want you for your birthday gift today. I mean, it's a simple question. I mean, what get Chase McCabe for his birthday?
Wait, so Ben on our text line says, happy birthday, Chase. I've been a longtime fan of the show and love what you all do. I'll be celebrating my own birthday today by tuning in. Wouldn't have any other way. So happy birthday to Ben.
Heck yeah,
We're birthday
man.
twins.
Nice job. June 25th.
It's a great day. Brooks Bratton with the Predators. Today is his birthday, too.
Is it really?
We're birthday twins. Yeah.
But you're ineligible for celebrity birthdays because we know your birthday
Yeah.
today.
Yeah. Well,
but you can play the game.
One of my friends texted me and said, I hope you guess your age right in your birthday game at the end of the show.
Is that Phil Grand?
His girlfriend.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Good.
Yeah.
All right. Well, happy birthday, buddy. That's kind of well done.
Thank you. 615-737-1025 is our phone and text line, driven by WilsonCountyHonda.com. You and I were both at the Barry Trotz press conference yesterday, kind of the pre-draft press conference. Nothing really, earth-shattering, because they obviously don't know who they're going to take yet, but you could tell he feels confident that they're going to get a good player at 5.
I hope.
The thing is, and he talked about this a little more extensively when he was on with Jared, yes, you might see this person next year, but like if it's somebody like a James Higgins, he's probably going back to Boston College for one more year. So that's the thing about the NHL is, yeah, you're going to get a good player, but you won't see them for a while.
That's fine.
And
we
that's
know
just
the
kind of
deal.
how it goes.
That's the way. It's like baseball, the same way. I mean, you know what's going to happen, but he had an air of confidence about him yesterday.
Yeah, he did.
Like,
he did. I
right,
agree with that.
last year was bad. We get it all. We're fixing this. So just wait and see next year. And I was like, oh, I like this. I like the confidence. Like, again, look, last year was an absolute disaster. It's over with. It's done. Now you move forward and you put a few pieces in there and you see what you got. I mean, they got talent, right? I mean,
they do.
We're not stupid. They got talent.
And I want to play his answer in a little bit, but because I asked him the question of, is there a point where you have to pick a lane on either the future or the now? And he gave a really good answer about it, but it was kind of like he summed it up by saying the team will the roster is going to dictate that, because he thinks this roster is better than what they were last year, and I think everybody thinks that. Like no way, no how. If I had gone to you and said, Joe Dubin, this roster that the Predators are going to put out there is going to be the 30th ranked roster in the National Hockey League, nobody would have thought that.
Not a soul.
And so I still don't think that that's what they are. So I think he's kind of looking at it as they're going to reset. They're going to, get good players for the future. But, he's got those 2 second round or 2 late first round picks that he could use to move around and get a player. I was laughing at Jared yesterday because he was kind of playing this, well, if this happens and this happens, would you do this? And when Barry got done, I was standing there and I go, Barry, if Edmonton called and offered you Connor McDavid for UC Saros, would you do it? And he started laughing.
Of course.
Of course you would.
Well, I was going to ask Barry, I was like, do you guys role play? I mean, in the room?
Yeah.
Like, all right, you're Buffalo, you're the Islanders, you're whomever. And, because you got 10 minutes to figure it out. They've got to go through every scenario. I wanted to ask him if he would have done a Mike Ditka. Ditka in 99, the NFL draft.
Gave up his whole draft.
Yeah, for Ricky Williams. Is there a player that you would give up all the draft picks for one player?
Not in this draft.
But what if that certain team threw in a player? Said you get the number 1 pick plus this player. Islanders gave up their best player.
Look, I'd give all 3 of those first for McDavid. But I think every other team would too.
Right. Yeah.
It's
fun.
That's going to be an interesting thing to watch, because when he was asked about re-signing, because July 1st, he's eligible to re-sign, his answer was, we'll see, basically. Because he was pretty like, hey, we need a goaltender. I don't have it. And Willie made I think he kind of backed it off a little bit and said at least one. And I think I agree with him that with the group they have, if you put Saros on that roster, they probably have a cup.
Really?
I think so. You put Saros with an elite roster like they have, yeah.
No, I don't like that answer. Because you've got to put yourself on an elite team to be good. You're not good.
I didn't say for him to be good. I'm just He is good. That's what I'm saying. They've had crap goaltending. Like if you look at the last two Stanley Cup final with Edmonton, they've had. I mean, no offense to either of those guys, but
None
like
taken,
they have not had good goaltending. You give them good goaltending, great goaltending. I mean, I think Saros he's not elite, but I think he's really good. But, you do have to have a good team around most really good players.
What was the guy's name? The Preds drafted the goalie that was terrible in like 99 or 2000. Brian something.
Flaherty?
Finley. Brian Finley.
Brian Finley. Wade Flaherty, Brian Finley, yeah.
Who's Wade Flaherty?
That was a goaltender, too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Brian Finley.
Finley was so bad. Oh, my God. Hit and miss, baby.
I don't know if I can quote this person, but I do know that like somebody very important said, "Yep, he'll never play for us."
Oh, all the hype, and he was. I think he played one game.
I think he played one game. Yeah,
but that's the thing.
When he like a second round pick?
I thought he was a first
round pick.
Yeah, after leg one, like the second year, if I remember correctly. But that's the thing. You just never know. You never know until they get here and what happens. You get the guy in camp, whether it's football, basketball, whatever it is. You just never know when you get the opportunity. He just wasn't good. You swing and a miss on that. It happens. Every team goes through that. Every single team goes through a swing and miss.
Yeah. I mean, look, it's a part of it. 615-737-1025 is our phone and text line, driven by WilsonCountyHonda.com. We'll discuss.
Whoa. We got something to do in the first segment, pal.
Oh, yeah. Do you have it? Is it queued up this time? Or do we need to listen to a verse before we get there?
Yeah.
Love you, Dr. Curry.
Uncanny. Absolutely uncanny.
Y'all
no respect. No, what you say is I get no respect around here.
You already sad enough because Skillet's gone to the Great Hog Kitchen in the Sky. Chaser's birthday. I mean, it's a big day.
I will remember you?
Not today. Today's your birthday. It's a special day.
Thank you, right? By the way, that song will bring a tear to a glass eye, man. I'll tell you what. 59 days. We're 59 days out from the start of college football. 59 days. So we want to hear your favorite number 59. This number should be pretty easy to what we were just talking about, right?
What? Number 59?
Yep.
Oh, Roman Yossi.
Yossi, number 59.
He's pretty good.
Yeah, he is. There's one.
I'm trying to think of a Titan.
There's one. Peter Sermon. There's one number 59 in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Did you know that? Only one number. And he might be the second greatest linebacker of all time. He's off the steel curtain. One Jack Ham, the only number 59 in the Hall of Fame. When I think of 59, I think of former Tennessee Volunteer nose tackle Mark Hovanek, who was built. He's like 6'3", 280, had no muscle on him, but man, he would bury you at the line of scrimmage. So number 59, because we're 59 days out from the start of college football. Praise the Lord.
I remember this guy. Dat Nugent? How'd you say his
Dat
name?
Win?
Dat Win. Is that how you say his name?
Yeah.
Yeah, for the Cowboys.
Was he not number 11?
There was a guy, this guy, supposedly wore 59.
Is it Dat Win? Yeah. Did he play at Texas A&M?
Yes.
That's him.
Okay.
Good linebacker for the Cowboys.
Yeah. I don't remember him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Number 59. I'm trying to think NASCAR. I think Robert Presley in the Xfinity series.
Man, that's a family member of mine. 59. I allowed him to do that. I just Titan wise, Peter Sermon. Am I missing one throughout the 59?
What was Tim Shaw? Was he 52?
57 maybe? I don't remember. God, I should know that.
He was 59. That's what I thought.
There we go.
That's what I was like. I feel like there is another one.
59.
Tim Shaw.
Yeah. 59 days out, man. Now we're in the 50. It feels good.
We're getting there. Yeah. Well, and like last night we were hanging out with Coach Mason and the MTSU people, and it was kind of like, all right, it's getting here.
Yep.
By the way, If Middle calls me today and says, we want to do something special, and we dang it, I just lost my joke.
Did you look in your pants pocket?
No.
If you can't find it,
Probably not.
Oh my god, I
man.
just lost my coat. Here it is. If MTSU called and said we want you to give Rick Ensel a show, I would do it in a heartbeat.
Oh, without the dump button?
Oh yeah,
Absolutely.
unfiltered, like whatever. Just Coach Ensel can do whatever he wants.
All right. So I put it out on Twitter. Dr. Crane, you put out the show lineup, and I said, hey, it's Chase's birthday. What would make this day special if Taylor Hicks would call the show, because Chase is a big Taylor Hicks fan. Taylor Hicks is now following me on Twitter. I swear, if Taylor Hicks calls today, I put the phone number out. That'd be the greatest birthday. We got an American Idol winner calling us.
I actually saw him. I've seen him perform at Bridgestone Arena.
Really?
Because I went to the year he won American Idol. I went to it might have been on my birthday too. I saw the American Idol cast that year, and he was the headliner because he won.
That's right.
But Kelly Pickler was in it. Chris Daughtry.
Okay.
Was in it.
So I think he won. It says here he won in 2006. So
yeah.
sometime
So
after
it was my senior year in high school.
Did you go with Alan Jackson's daughter?
Actually, I think she did go. I had to think about who all went. It was a big group of us.
He's like, Chase, you better get her back home by 8, boy. That's the worst Alan Jackson accent.
All right, can we go to break?
Now we can.
We're up and running on this Wednesday. It's Chase and Big Joe, 1025, 1063 The Game. Chase and Big Joe, 1025, 1063, the game here on this Wednesday. Dr. Crane bringing in some Taylor Hicks.
Oh, we love Taylor Hicks. Y'all can have Taylor Swift. When Chase McKay for his birthday wants Taylor Hicks, we're efforting to get Taylor Hicks on this show today. Know that.
Oh, that's good. That is good stuff. We mentioned yesterday Barry Trotz talking about this is so my question got the longest answer. I don't know if I win anything for that, but
you do.
But I asked him this question. We have a question on it too. I asked him this question about kind of picking where to go with this team of win now or planning more for the future. Here was Barry Trotz.
Barry, you've talked about the plan, and part of that has been building for the future. You got, I think it's 9 draft picks this year, including 4 in the top 35. But you've also made moves to acquire veterans and be competitive in the now. As you've gone through your process of evaluating how you do things, evaluating where the team is at, do you feel that you might need to pick a lane, a little bit more definitively of kind of looking ahead to the future or being more in the now, or do you feel like you're good to kind of continue how you are?
Well, I think, be quite honest with you, I want to see what this group can do. I mean, the plan all along was for we had a gap that the older players that we have to sort of carry the load. And in my I've said it many times, I'd like to start blending those younger players that are starting to say work their way out of the American Hockey League, get some experience and have say 2 veterans and a young player and sort of spread our team out a little bit. And that hasn't changed. A year from now, it may flip to one or the other, but I think right now we've got to give this group, the coaching staff and the players, to stay on the original plan. But we have a lot of players that we're pretty flexible. Most of the way we're set up right now, all our call-ups will be players that are, can go up and down. They don't need waivers. You're going to see guys you're going to see a Kemmel. You're going to see a Reed Schaefer. You're going to see, like last year, we had LaRue and Svechkov. They came up a lot earlier than I expected and wanted to, quite frankly. But they're already there. And, even in the case of Svechkov and LaRue, they don't need waivers. They could still go down. So there's a lot of flexibility in our lineup, which I wanted, which was with full disclosure. That was the intent, that we would have the ability to do that this year. And then I have, I think 5 guys that are in their last year of their contract on forward, and a couple of guys on the back end that are either restricted or unrestricted. So we have lots of flexibility if guys pop. If our team gets back to where I think it can, then we can still supplement with using the older players. But our call-ups are going to get a lot of games this year. That's the way I feel. I think this group will be energized. The older players, as much as they like playing with veteran players, a lot of times they're going to need a lot of these young guys. They're going to need their legs. They're going to need their enthusiasm, because it's going to be a grind. This year, the schedule is more condensed. The schedule is, we're going over to Sweden. So there's going to be very few practice days. Travel's going to be tight, and we're going to have to be on our game, and we're going to use all our pieces. And sometimes that youthful energy can make the grind a little bit easier. So I'm hoping that's the case.
So that was Barry Trotz yesterday, and I laughed when he went on with Jared. And Jared said, basically I'm paraphrasing, but it's basically like, hey, I'm proud of you because you answered all these questions and didn't say anything. Like, it was like one of those, like he really held things close to the vest. And I understood what he was saying there. Like, the roster is going to kind of dictate where they're going to go. But at the same time, I do wonder if eventually they're going to have to pick. They're going to have to pick a path, because the fan base isn't going to sign up for, hey, we're semi-competitive, we're going to make the playoffs, but we're going to get beat in the first round. Like, they're not going to do that. Now, hey, we're good enough where we're going to win the first round, and then whatever happens after that, we'll see. That's a little more. That's something that I think, you can take a little bit more of, because that's kind of where the NHL is, especially with the way that the seeding works. That, it's like, all right, you take care of the first round like you're supposed to, and then who knows what'll happen.
ESPN.com. Rumblings about the Nashville Predators continue to grow. The Predators are picking number 5, but not in the typical position a team would be in with that selection. Like you said, Nashville wants to compete now, and it has a piece of draft capital to wield in trying to land an NHL player from a team that might be closer to that retooling stage. Any scenario do you see in the back of your mind, birthday boy, where Trotz sends 2 of his these draft picks in the first round to another team for a seasoned player? Not a seasoned player, but a player that's been in the league for a little bit.
A veteran.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think so.
I would,
mean,
in a heartbeat.
I think they pick at 5. Like, I would say I am 95% sure they're going to pick at 5. I was telling Preds PR, Nick Barnowski, I said, look, I think you go to LA. I think you come back with definitely 1, on the first round. You come back with 1 guy, maybe 2, but not 3. Like, I think one of those picks gets dealt.
But I think did we sign up for this? I think he answered we're going to run it back 1 more year.
That's how I took it.
And I'm fine with that.
And that's him bringing Bruno back. You've hired a defensive-minded coach that's going to be an assistant, which I kind of feel like that was more of a Barry move than a Bruno move, but I could be wrong. But I think that he's trying to set everything up of, this is it. This is, everybody needs to show me that you're in on this and that this is going to be successful, or I am going to blow it up.
And also, wouldn't you be pissed off if you're one of the Preds players? Everybody's talking about how you underachieved and
sure,
not getting it done. I'd be mad. All right, I'm going to show you.
And that's a really good point, because as a coach, and Barry's a coach through and through, as a coach, you want to see how your players respond.
Yeah.
You have it's the coach saying of, you now have the opportunity to respond. How are you going to respond? So I think that's what he wants to see. And look, I find it interesting too that you look at the Predators coaching staff, they have like 3,500 games of NHL experience playing as players. And that's intriguing to me. Now, again, I can sit here and make the argument, Barry Trotz has 0 games as a player in the NHL, and he's a Hall of Fame coach. So
he is. I'm going to tell you what my therapist told me. Barry can't want it more than they do.
Yeah, 100%.
Right? I mean, he's not on the ice. He can't want it more than they do. They have to want it more than he does. So run it back 1 more year. Let's do this. We saw how bad it was. Why can't we see how good it could be? I know, why not? I mean, that's the deal, and see what happens. But I keep number 5, trade everything else, get a player who can be in here in October to go, because by all accounts, Yoski's going to be okay.
It looks that way.
Yep. And then is the Sweden trip before the season starts, or is that in season?
It's in season.
Okay. All right. I mean, so you want to head to Sweden feeling good about yourself, not having to fire a coach and try to figure things out in November.
Coming up next, we're going to shift gears because
that was worse than my cat scratch, whatever that was.
Did you hit a donkey? What was
we shifted gears. Have you not seen the new Kia when you switch gears?
I need some WD-40.
No, I mean, it sounded like he hit a donkey or something. CBS has ranked the top 25 players in NFL history, and I want to see if you agree with this.
You know what's funny? The other question I had today, if I realized it was your birthday, is that if you're starting an NFL team throughout history, who would you start your team with?
Well,
now you bring this up.
Yeah. Top 25 in NFL history.
All right. I like it.
I haven't looked at it. I just saw it and I was like, we got to bring this up. We'll do that coming up next. Chasing Big Joe here on this Wednesday. No John McClain today. He'll be with us on Friday. Broadcasting from the Busy Bee Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Game Nashville Studios, home of the $99 yearly Beehive membership, where the buzz is always about great service. The number one song on June 25th, 1987. A great day. Chase and Big Joe presented by the Omni Nashville Hotel, which is where we will be tomorrow. Looking forward to that before we head to Albany.
Cannot wait, man. As the Nashville Cats go for the Arena Crown Championship Saturday at noon,
Yes.
Nashville time.
Pre-game at 11:30 here on 102.5 The Game.
Should be fun, buddy.
And 93.3. Going to be on both stations. So looking forward to that. All right. CBS Sports has come out with their top 25 NFL players in NFL history. Now, here's the criteria. Individual success / accolades won, dominance during his era, longevity and career milestones achieved, enduring impact / legacy, team success, championships won, ranking relative to his position. Got all that?
Yep.
All right. Number 25, wide receiver Don Hudson.
Hold on a second, though. Who would you pick? You're starting an NFL team throughout history. Who do you take?
Like to build around?
Yep. First, one player. Who do you take?
Probably Brady.
Okay.
I mean, it's greatest. So why not?
All right. I go with Jim Brown.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Just because he was generational. They couldn't stop him, and watch his highlights. Followed closely. God, Lawrence Taylor.
Another good one.
So, all right. That's how I feel about that. All right, keep going.
All
Don
right.
Hudson's damn good.
Yeah, Don Hudson, number 25. Wide receiver from 1935 to 1945.
Was he in Alabama? I think he was an Alabama guy, too.
May have been.
Yep.
Number 24. Tony Gonzalez.
Absolutely not.
Tight end, 1997 to 2013.
25 greatest NFL players?
Yeah.
Not at all. But go ahead.
You don't think he should be on the list at all?
Not at all. Not top 25.
Okay. Well, let's see the rest of it. Number 23, Gale Sayers, running back, 1965 to 1971.
I think he only played 6 years in NFL because of injuries. Had he been able to play 9, 10 without injuries, might have been the greatest running back of all time.
Number 22, defensive back, Rod Woodson, 1987 to 2003.
Absolutely not.
Okay.
I'd take Charles Woodson over him.
Number 21, defensive tackle, Alan Page, 1967 and 1981.
Hell yeah. Purple People Eater. Fantastic tackle.
Number 20, left tackle, Anthony Munoz, 1980 to 1992.
I'd have him top 10.
Number 19, running back, Emmitt Smith, 1990 to 2004.
100%.
I'd have him higher.
Yep.
I'd have this guy higher too. Number 18, quarterback, John Elway, the first quarterback on the list, 93 to 98.
Yeah, I mean, it's a big quarterback heavy list. So, yeah, he deserves to be top 25.
Well, he only played – no, he played longer than that.
Played 83 to 98.
Yeah, I think they met 83 to 98, not 93. 17, wide receiver, Randy Moss.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Number 16, defensive tackle, Mean Joe Green.
100%. Revolutionized the game and defensive line.
I'm curious. You may disagree with this one, but I agree with this one. Number 15, defensive tackle, Aaron Donald.
Yeah, I mean, you got to put current guys in there. I told you his greatest plays were when he was triple teamed and his teammates made plays because he was triple teamed. Yes.
Number 14, linebacker, Ray Lewis.
Yeah. Love him or hate him. My God, he was good.
The next quarterback on the list, number 13, Johnny Unitas.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, Johnny Unitas was a former Pittsburgh Steeler who got cut.
Yeah.
And the Colts said, we'll give you a tryout, and turned into that.
Number 12 at linebacker, Dick Butkus.
Oh, I'd go Butkus top 5, but that's me. But, yeah, I'm glad he's on there.
Number 11 at quarterback, Patrick Mahomes.
No. I don't think current
Not
players.
Yet. Not yet.
Yeah.
Not yet. He will be, but not yet. Number 10, another quarterback, Dan Marino.
Attaboy. You got me there, man. Yep.
Number 9 at running back, Barry Sanders.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, you don't just watch what he played in a run and shoot offense in Detroit, which just blows my mind because he had no blockers, because he had 4 receivers. And what he did doing that, amazing.
Number 8, from the University of Tennessee at defensive end, the Minister of Defense, Reggie White.
Cannot argue with that.
Number 7 at linebacker, Lawrence Taylor.
A little bit low for my 11, but that's
Yep,
all right.
no argument. Number 6 from the University of Tennessee at quarterback, Peyton Manning.
Man, I should probably be behind on top, probably top 3 or 4. That's all right. I had a couple Super Bowls. That's all right.
Number 5 at quarterback, Joe Montana.
Yeah.
I might have had him a little higher, but I don't know what's ahead of him.
Okay.
Number 4 at running back, Sweetness, Walter Payton.
Amen.
Number 3, also at running back, Jim Brown. Who do you think number 2 is?
Brady's got to be number 1. Number 2 would probably have to be. Hold on here. Let me think. You got Brown. You got Taylor's already done. God, I don't know. Offense or defense?
Offense.
Running back?
Nope.
Quarterback?
Nope.
Oh, receiver? Jerry Rice.
From Mississippi Valley State, wide receiver, Jerry Rice.
Who ran a 4.65 at the 40. I think Floyd told me one time they went and did his 40 time, and he literally ran in a cow pasture at Mississippi Valley State.
I think that was right.
Because the field was too choppy or something. They ran in a cow pasture.
And number 1 is Tom Brady.
Yeah. I like the list. I just got a problem with greatest players because
it's like eras are so different.
Well, how do you compare Brady to Lawrence Taylor?
Yeah, right.
Or Aaron Donald to Mean Joe Green? I mean, it's tough to do all that stuff, but like position-wise, I think I like that better, but I don't argue. I mean Brady, he's the greatest quarterback of all time. But then you argue about championships. Dan Marino made the top 10, but I watched the Dan Marino biography just the other night, and you got all these quarterbacks talking about Dan Marino was the best quarterback of all time. The way he threw the ball and everything else. But then how do you factor in championships?
Well, and I think there's a lot of people now that would look at Unitas and go, why is he on there? But if you really go back and do a deep study, he deserves to be on there.
I'll do a quick Johnny Unitas story for you. I've told you this. Watch his biography too on the NFL Network. When he got traded to the Chargers, he was 37 years old. And the narrator says, Johnny Unitas in a San Diego Chargers uniform at 37 years old was a shell of his former self. How old are you today?
38.
Are you a shell of your former self? Right? Look at the mindset that we
I
put
know.
these guys in.
I know.
Brady and Manning knocked all that stuff down. Who was the Braves infielder? Julio Cruz, was that his name? Played when he was till like 48 years old.
Oh,
What was his? Not Julio Cruz, was it?
well, you're thinking of who?
Played for the Rangers, played for the Braves so long. He's like 46, 47 years old. I mean, that's why we stop with the age stuff. I hate that.
He's still playing today, currently?
No. He
Oh.
retired.
I'm about to say, there's a guy that's in his almost 50s, and he's still playing.
Who's that?
Plays for 16 different organizations. Played for.
I need a name.
Hang on, I'm thinking.
Okay.
You guys do your thing. I'll think.
The age thing just bothers me so much. You're no different today, Chase, than you were at 37.
Julio Franco is who you're thinking.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's it. How old was he? Was he like 47, 48 when he stopped playing?
Franco had a long MLB career, 23 seasons until the age of 49.
And still doing good.
He was with the Braves 01 to 05 and again in 07.
Okay. Yeah. So, yeah, Johnny Unitas deserves to be on there because at that moment in time, he was an amazing quarterback.
Franco holds the distinction of being the oldest player in Major League history to hit a home run, achieving this feat in 2007 at the age of 48.
48 years old, hit a home run.
That's awesome.
Good.
That's pretty good. So there you go. That's CBS Sports top 25 ranking. There's a text that we got about what they'd get me for my birthday. That is an interesting one.
Okay.
So I'll bring that up coming up next. Chasing Big Joe, 1025, 1063 The Game. Hey, coming up Friday, join us at Bridgestone Arena for a party like no other and celebrate the future of Smashville at the Predators 2025 NHL Draft Party. More details at theGameNashville.com/events. You can catch 102.5 The Game's Draft Night in Smashville. Robbie and Max will be anchoring that on Friday starting at 6, powered by the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 429. Looking forward to that. Usually we have John McClain at this time. He's going to join us on Friday. So our question of the day was, it is my birthday. So what would you get me for my birthday? Andrew from Dover says, happy birthday, Chase. For your birthday, Amy is signing over ownership of the team to you. What is your first move?
That's a good question.
So I was thinking about that. Like now, today, I don't know what it would be. Like 6 months ago, it would have been easy.
Yeah.
I would have done what she actually did, made a GM change. But
okay.
I don't know. I mean, now, like, I'd probably look at, what's available and continue to tweak the roster. But I mean, we're kind of set now.
But it's also one of those questions where it's like when you get a question like that, you want to have like maybe 1% of a chance that happening. And like,
sure,
that's not going to happen.
Yeah,
just like that.
Right. I mean, that'd be cool, I guess. Maybe it would. Maybe it wouldn't. I'd probably turn around and sell him, just be a billionaire.
All right. What if Amy Adams came to you and said, Chase, on your birthday, you get to pick the opening act at the new Nissan Stadium?
Oh, okay. Now that's a good one.
Who do you pick? 2 nights, Friday and Saturday. That's going to be the opening concert at the new Nissan Stadium.
I would probably. George Strait was the first one at the current Nissan Stadium. I think he should close the current Nissan Stadium. I'd go Garth. I'd probably go Garth.
Me too. Friday, Saturday.
Saturday. He's Nashville. He's Tennessee.
It's Garth.
It's Garth.
Yeah.
So
I'm with you.
I'd do that.
Okay.
You know, it'd be really cool. Now, I don't know logistically how they'd pull this off, but there's going to be a period of time where both stadiums are standing next to each other, right? One night he's at old Nissan, closes it. The next night he's at new Nissan.
I love it. I absolutely love it.
Like, would that not be cool?
Yep. I love Jelly Roll. Should not be open.
Yeah, and I know there's kind of a push for that, and my guess is that I wouldn't be shocked. No, I mean, who knows what he is 2 years from now? Where his popularity is, but I assume that he'd be good. Now, and his story is a cool one because he's from here. He's legit from here, from Antioch.
Down the road, baby.
Had all his troubles that he overcame and all that stuff, and now has made something for himself. Is a tremendous performer. So I mean, look, I if that's what they do, I'm not going to sit here and dog him for it, but
right.
I'm old school. So I mean, if it was even if it was like a Garth and his friends in low places, and you had Jelly Roll and Luke Combs and some of the newer stars that showed up.
Didn't he do the Grand Ole Opry people come out like Jeannie Seeley?
That was
before
that was
monsoon.
The opener. Yeah, that was the opener.
Yeah, I mean, I'm with you on that. I think Garth is, and I think he will open it from what I've been told, and I've been told nothing.
Yeah,
I don't know anything, but I like that. But yeah, now the other question is, all right, Chase, who do you pick to close Nissan Stadium?
I think George
Strait.
Yeah, King George.
Yeah, him and
I know there's like a lot of people that it's like, well, that didn't really move the needle with me anymore, but
he has the I know what you're saying.
Yeah, like
he has the most people at a concert in America.
No, I know.
In a stadium.
I know. But like my thing is we got to hang on to a little bit of old Nashville traditions, and King George is, I mean, like he and Alan Jackson have one of the greatest songs of all time that nobody will consider the greatest song of all time, but it is because it got people's attention. It pissed enough people off that a little bit started to change back. And that was the Murder on Music Row. And it did. I mean, it almost there were people that wanted those two banned from country music forever because of.
What if I put together a concert for you with John Conley, John Anderson, Lori Morgan, Grandpa Jones, the Hager twins?
He's still with us?
No, they're not with us. But still, I'd like to see that. Have you come on the Opry one night
Oh, that'd be fun.
up there and happy birthday, Chase McCabe, and then all these John Conley comes out and sings Rose-Colored Glasses. I mean, you'd start crying. I mean, it's that emotional.
If I were okay, now you've really opened up a can of worms. Like the dream concert. Like I put together, with multiple acts.
Nashville based.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, we can go Nashville based.
All right.
So like country, but have been here a while. Not necessarily from here, but are pretty.
Would you
much here
put
now.
Lori Morgan on that?
No, I would not. I like Lori Morgan, but I would not put her.
Dare you? Gotta have a female. Pam Tillis. Don't say Carrie Underwood.
No, Trisha Yearwood.
You already get Garth though. You can't get both.
Why not? They're gonna ride together anyway. I'm
pissed. You don't Lori Morgan
I
on
like
there.
Lori Morgan. Okay, all right.
If she came
I tell
here
you
and sang "What Part of No," you would start crying like a baby.
I also like her when she did the tribute to Keith Whitley and sang "Don't Close Your Eyes." I mean,
Okay.
that was a good one.
Pretty good.
But like, I would need somebody that was capable to sing some Whitley, but since he's no longer with us.
What about his son? And his son Jesse?
Okay, I'd sign up for
Okay.
that. I mean, Alan's got to be there.
Somebody sang I heard the other day a cover of Miami, Miami. Who sang
really?
that?
I don't know.
Is that Blake
Morgan
Shelton?
Wallen, actually.
Wallen did it?
He does that. Well, not a cover,
'cause
but
he
he has it in
likes
his new
Whitley,
album.
yeah.
Yeah.
Did he do a cover of Miami, Miami?
It's like intertwined in one of his newer songs.
Yeah, he has a song called Keith Whitley.
Okay. I need to hear
what it
that.
is, yeah.
Keith Whitley, I said, had he stayed around, he'd been probably number 2. I mean, it'd been Garth and then Keith Whitley. He was that good. He was that
Dude,
good of a
he's
songwriter.
So good. And I mean, wasn't he like around my age when he died?
He might have been younger. He died in 1989. He might have been like 33.
I mean, he was young. 34.
34.
May 9th, 1989.
Good Lord.
And his birthday's coming up, July 1.
July 1.
Yep.
That birthday. Well, Dr. Crane, you got your music for the next 2 days.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
It's Chase and Big Joe on a Wednesday, 102.5, 106.3 The Game. Hour number 2, Chasing Big Joe, 102.5, 106.3 The Game here on this Wednesday. Hope you're having a great start to your day. He's Big Joe. I'm Chase McCabe, Dr. Crane, Nick Frazier on the ones and twos. Looking up recipes for pork for skillet.
Attaboy.
I'll tell you what, gentlemen, the skillet, the Blackstone is going to be great. You guys,
Yeah, it's going to be good for that. Yeah.
you guys will love it.
Proud of you, man.
We are proud of you.
So
Thank you.
I've
Proud
got
of
a
you also.
list. We're a quarter way through the 2000s, and so I've got the list of most football wins by NFL teams in the first quarter part of this century. All right, and so we're June. We love lists and all this, but it just shows you how bad certain NFL programs are, and why we shouldn't be. I know we're mad at the Titans right now, but overall, we shouldn't be mad at the Titans. That makes sense?
Okay.
So the most wins in the regular season since 2000, number one's obvious.
In the NFL,
Yeah.
this is the Patriots.
Yeah, Patriots at 270. All right, we're going to start at the bottom. This shows you these teams
I want to try and guess some of
just how bad these NFL programs are and why we should give the Titans just a little bit of a break.
these. Okay.
A little bit. At the bottom,
Cleveland.
with only 139 wins, the Cleveland Browns.
Yep.
They are
That-
32nd.
That felt easy.
Who is 31 with 153 wins?
I'm going to say probably Jacksonville.
The Jacksonville Jaguars. 30th, the third worst NFL program in the first quarter of the century.
Since the year 2000. This might be tougher.
They had an Ofer
Oh, Lions.
Lions.
Yeah.
Coming in, Chase McCabe, 32 through it. That 29 was a team that, my gosh, they've been to the playoffs one time since they last went to the Super Bowl.
Raiders.
Good job, buddy. This doesn't count. The Texans at 160, they don't count because they missed 2 seasons. With 170 wins coming in, I think that's 26th place. They got a lot of momentum now. They didn't have it for a lot of years. They got momentum.
Chiefs?
No.
Oh, you mean like okay.
They hadn't had momentum. Now they got it. All because of a quarterback. A Heisman Trophy quarterback. And a head coach that wears his hat backwards.
Dan Quinn
Attaboy.
or the Washington?
Yep. At 172 is a program we do not care about because it's terrible. In the worst sports town in America.
Falcons?
No.
Worst sports town in America.
We just had it last week. They got 4 pro teams that nobody goes to the games.
I know we were just talking about this, weren't we?
That would be the Arizona Cardinals.
Oh, yeah.
At 173 this century, their former head coach lives down in Franklin.
So we're at what, 20?
So 32, 31, 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25th.
25th. Their former head coach lives in Franklin.
Yep. And he loves feet.
Oh, the Jets.
The Jets.
Rex Ryan.
That's right. At 24, they've been to 2 Super Bowls in the quarter century. Lost both of them.
Been to 2 since 2000. Lost both of them. Oh, Carolina.
Carolina, attaboy.
Yep.
23rd, they've actually won 2 Super Bowls in this quarter century.
Giants.
Look at you. 22. They have a little momentum, but how should I put this? They've got a brand new head coach. And oh gosh, if I give a big clue away, you'll get it. The Bears, you got it, my man. All right. This team has won 2 Super Bowls. They're an NFC team. They've won 2 Super Bowls. They'll come in at 32. That's 29, 28, 27,
Eagles.
26, 25, 24, 23, 22. They're 21. No, not the Eagles. They've won 2 Super Bowls in this century. And
Oh, Bucks.
Attaboy. 20. They have been to one Super Bowl, lost it, but you and I think this might be the year for this team.
Mean and angry Cincinnati Bengals.
Attaboy. Number 19. They've been to two Super Bowls. They won one, lost one. No, they've been they've been to three.
Pittsburgh.
They've lost two and won one.
No.
Pittsburgh's a good guess, but no.
Been to three, lost two, won one.
And they fired a coach during their Amazon behind the curtain show, whatever.
Oh, the Rams.
The Rams.
Yeah.
That's right. This team has been to, I think, 3 Super Bowls, have won none in the 2000s so far. But they're talented. I mean, their quarterback is talented.
Been to three, won none. What?
They've had 3 different quarterbacks take them to the Super Bowl.
49ers.
Boy, killing it. This other team you and I fell in love with last year, and it broke our heart, so we're not going to go back and
Miami Dolphins.
Killing it, man. This next team is the second worst pro city in America.
Atlanta,
the Falcons, 197. This team at 198, we had a great conversation with one Jeff Fisher last week about a certain football game they played. And
Buffalo?
A lateral pass. Coming in, Chaser, at number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. At 14, your Tennessee Titans.
Really?
199 wins. They are 14th this quarter century in wins.
That's actually pretty impressive.
14th. Not bad. I mean,
because like you gotta factor in the Wisenhunt debacle.
Yep.
But that shows you, you know what that shows you? That shows you how as much as y'all want to poke fun at 8-8 and all that stuff, how stable Fisher was.
Yeah.
And Vrabel.
Yep. Ahead of them, we'll run through these. Number 13, the Chargers. Number 12, the Vikings. Those also have not won Super Bowls.
That's pretty impressive.
And they haven't been to Super Bowls either. Team coming at number 11. The Dallas Cowboys have not been to Super Bowl. Then you got Broncos, Saints, Seahawks, Chiefs, Colts, Eagles, Ravens, Packers. Steelers are number 2 at 255 wins. The Patriots number 1. So as much as people want to like, Mike Tomlin hadn't done this or that.
He's had winning seasons.
I mean, who would you take, Mike Tomlin or Brian Callahan? I know it's a big time hypothetical, but they win. You know what to expect. I mean, the Steelers, they get beat in the first round. They make playoffs.
Yeah.
They're there.
I would take Mike Tomlin over a majority of coaches. I mean, I'm trying to I would take him over Callahan. I'd probably take him over Vrabel right now.
Yes.
I would take him over. I wouldn't take him over Andy Reid.
What about Harbaugh? Jim.
Yeah. I'd take him over Jim. Maybe not John. I don't know. John and Tomlin are kind of right there together.
Yeah, I meant John. I'm sorry.
Okay. Yeah.
Ravens coach, John.
Yeah. Because they've both won one Super Bowl. Is that right?
Tomlin won 2. No. You're right. He won 1.
Yeah,
he lost
Cowher won.
Right.
Roethlisberger was in 3, 1, 2. Was in 2 with Tomlin and 1 with Cowher.
That's right.
Correct. So I would take Tomlin.
So do you look at the Titans differently now, knowing that they're 14? I mean, I know we play at the present time and don't look back, but I mean,
no, I don't look at them differently because it doesn't matter. They haven't won anything, but they haven't won a Super Bowl. They haven't even played in a Super Bowl in that time. They played in 2 AFC Championship games in that time.
Who's that? I'm sorry.
Titans.
Yes.
The Raiders, and then
they don't consider yeah, you're right.
I don't count because that's the 99 season.
Well, I'm taking 2000 season. They
Yeah.
didn't make the championship game because the Ravens beat
Like,
them.
I know they were in the Super Bowl and in the
Absolutely.
AFC Championship game in the year 2000, but that was the 99 season.
I always wanted to ask, and I should have done this, Jeff Fisher, because I think we've asked this before others. What would have happened, for those who remember, had Drew Bennett caught that pass in the playoffs versus New England?
Was
'Cause
that the
I think-
03 divisional?
Yeah, I
That
think
was-
Titans win that game, and there's no Brady. I really do.
Yeah.
I think, Brady got the tuck rule,
Yeah.
which helped him, which was ridiculous. But I think if Drew Bennett catches that pass, it's a first down. And they had
Yeah.
momentum. They go
Yeah.
and score. They win the game.
I agree.
Brady's not doing that.
That was 03.
Oh, the 03 season, yes.
Yeah. So January 04. Because who would they have played?
Colts, maybe? They'd have played Peyton. Didn't Peyton lose like 2 or 3 straight to the Patriots in the AFC Championship game? I think they would have played the Colts, I think. But if he would have caught the ball, I think they would have won that game. They had all the momentum, even they could not stop him.
They would have played.
And McNair was a force in that game. It was 8 degrees.
They would have played the Colts.
Colts.
They would have played the Colts in the championship game and gotten Carolina.
That'd have been crazy. The two co-MVPs playing each other in the AFC Championship game.
Oh, that would have been something.
Because
I totally forgot. Do you remember who they beat in the wild card round? I totally forgot about this.
Is it Pittsburgh?
The Titans?
Yeah.
No.
Wild card round.
I totally forgot about
Hold
this.
on. In 03?
Yep.
All right. So 02 would have been the
That was
Nedney
the
kick.
flop.
Hold on now. Oh, they beat the damn Ravens up in
Yeah.
Baltimore.
Yep.
Right.
2017.
That's Gary Anderson's field goal. How the
Yep.
hell can I forget that?
Yep. Because there's that picture of Derek hugging him.
Yes, that's right.
Yep.
He had the 1-bar face mask, 5'1", just came off
Yep.
a fishing village in Rayon City. It made that. That's right.
So this was the wild card weekend. Indy beat Denver 41-10.
Wow.
Was that Cutler? No, this is 03. Who was Denver's
It would
quarterback?
have been
Jake Plummer?
Greasy or Plummer. Yeah.
Yeah. Tennessee beat Baltimore. So I don't even remember who Baltimore's quarterback was.
Was it? It wasn't Gerback. He'd quit. And wasn't Dilfer. Was it Dilfer? No.
03? I don't think so.
Anthony Wright? I don't remember.
Yeah, one of those guys. Indy beat Kansas City in the divisional round.
What was that? Does that have the score there?
38-31.
38
In Kansas City.
In Kansas City, yeah. I think Peyton and Marvin Harrison were on fire. Trent Green would have been a quarterback
Trent Green.
for the Chiefs.
And was that Romeo?
Was it? Maybe. No. Who was it coach then? Was it Schottenheimer? Or was he? No, he's with the Chargers already.
Yeah.
Damn, I don't remember.
I'd have to look that up. And then NFC real quick. Carolina beat Dallas 29-10. Green Bay beat Seattle 33-27 at Lambeau.
Was that the famous Hasselbeck game?
It might have been. Yeah.
We went with the ball. We're going to score first.
Yeah.
And then his first pass was intercepted.
Intercepted.
Ouch.
Carolina beat St. Louis. Philly beat Green Bay. And then it was Carolina-Philly 14-3 with Carolina winning with Jake Delhomme.
Yeah. Jake Delhomme, former Saint quarterback.
Yep.
Ugh.
There you go. More coming here on the Chasing Big Joe Show, 102.5, 106.3 The Game. There it is.
Happy birthday, Mr. President.
Is that Krusty? Didn't Krusty do
He
that?
did. Yeah. Somebody sang to Krusty for his birthday.
Or no,
Or did Krusty sing to somebody?
I thought Krusty sang to somebody. And then there's the Smithers having Burns jump out of the That's what it is. Burns in Smithers' dream jumps out of the cake and sings it like Marilyn Monroe. Happy birthday.
Smithers does that to
Mr.
Burns?
Smithers.
Oh, Burns does it. Okay.
Yeah.
But how does Krusty figure in this, though?
I don't know. Maybe I think we're
But Krusty did something like that.
probably. Ugh. Look,
Oh, yes.
I will fight anyone with when it comes to to TV in general. Krusty the Clown is one of the greatest characters of all time.
Every episode he's in The Simpsons is fantastic.
You have
Every-
it?
Oh, that's so awesome.
That's actually the roast. Oh, that is
I didn't have
fantastic.
enough time to bring it back, but I was trying to put two and two together, like put bed music underneath it.
That's all right,
Oh, that was so good.
man.
We're gonna be joined by comedian Jamie Lissow here in just a few minutes, but Gator Mike wants to weigh in. Hello, Gator Mike.
What is going on? Yes, my second favorite TV character behind George Costanza, Krusty the Clown.
Yeah, that's fair.
Hey, are you talking through a bullhorn?
Oh, wow, is that funny?
It sounds so modulated.
No,
I mean,
it's
your
he's
voice
a-
is beautiful, but I mean, it's,
He sounds fine.
Is it better? Is it better now, Joe? I'm on a landline, which is even funnier.
okay.
That's what he's not used to landlines anymore. That's the
That's
problem.
what it is. Happy birthday, Chase.
Thank you.
You know, the question that Joe posed or the game posed was, what will we get you for your birthday? I would take you through mine and Joe's childhood and revisit and spend a day in Donaldson. We would go to Donut Castle first, which is no longer, right, JoJo? Remember Donut Castle?
Yes.
And then I would get you a manly bouquet from Dick's Flowers and Larry Keaton. and then we would roll over to Fletcher's for lunch and hit Joe's VIP table.
That's right.
RIP Fletcher's.
I have been there.
And then we'd go over to the Percy Priest Dam and just sit and reminisce by the lake.
No, we wouldn't.
And then
Not
What?
there. No, we'd get arrested. That's all right.
okay, we do Wave Country, Chase. That's what we do. We
There you
Wave
go.
Country.
You know what's funny?
What
Wave,
about Opryland?
Wave Country, Gator Mike, back in the 80s, I mean, it was packed.
I love Wave.
Dude.
We went there all the time when I was
Yes.
growing up.
Hey, and Joe knows this. That was almost a badge of honor if you made the lifeguard team, because you knew all your friends, and that's where everybody went to hang out. Like, instead of cruising the mall at night, everybody was hanging out at the wave pool during the day. It was like the summer meetup, like Joe said, and the radio stations would do big events and concerts there, like 96 Kiss way back in the day, right, Joe? I mean,
That's
it was
right.
crazy. Like, you'd have unreal stuff. But anyway, that's what I would do, Chase. I would just enlighten you on mine and Joe's childhood in lovely Donaldson, Tennessee.
Awesome. Thank you, Gator Mike. I appreciate you, man.
Hey. Have a great day, buddy.
Thanks. You too. You know what's
Gator Mike.
funny? Wave Country is one of those things that I had no idea that the name of the place was actually Wave Country, because everybody just called it the wave pool.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So,
yeah,
so-
what
so-
you doing there?
I don't know. Fog him up. God. Yeah, right. We all would go to Wave Country back in the day.
There
Now, I drive by, there's like 7 people there.
I'd go this summer. That could be a fun thing to do. There was one day my grandmother, I think it was my grandmother. I know what it was. I went with a group of friends. We went to the wave pool for like 4 or 5 hours, got picked up, and my grandmother was like, "Let's go to Opryland." I have never slept better in my life. I was so exhausted after
You had
that
to be
day.
exhausted. Sunburn and then go to Opryland?
Sunburned, like been knocked around because it was cool to get off the float and try and swim through the waves and being knocked around,
Yeah.
which was just dangerous and stupid, but we did it anyway. And then go to Opryland for a few hours. Like I was asleep in the car, like going to Key West, but I mean, like I was exhausted.
It would be like, all right, I'll be back at 9:30. Don't be late. You're like, all right. You get there at 9:29. There was no cell phone. There was no.
No, you had to be like, it was either there or you're in trouble.
I'd have $5. I'd eat at one of those damn banjo bars. That would be my lunch and dinner at Opryland all day long. That's what we would do. But it was fun. And that's why I feel all for these kids around here now who didn't grow up with an Opryland. Opryland was amazing. I mean, it was amazing.
So good. So good. Coming up next, the very funny Jamie Lissow will join us here on the Chase and Big Joe Show, 102.5, 106.3 The Game. Chase and Big Joe, 102.5, 106.3 The Game here on this Wednesday. Very excited about our next guest. He's going to be playing at Zanies in November 8th and 9th as a part of his Better Off Dad tour. We say hello to the very funny Jamie Lissow, who is on the line with us. Jamie, how you doing?
I'm good. What's up, guys? How you guys doing today?
We are doing fantastic. Thanks so much for doing this. And I know that you have just gotten underway with the Better Off Dad tour. So how's it been going so far?
Going great so far, man. I'm in New York City right now. We just finished a few shows in California. It's going good, man. I feel like it's sort of like the new chapter. You know, comedy sort of follows like how your life goes. So my first tour was kind of like during COVID. So we're doing all the COVID stuff. And then I was the divorced dad for a while. And now I just got married a week ago.
Hey,
so,
congrats.
Yeah, by the way, back during COVID, remember we had to do like masks and you had to get like 6 feet apart. When I was with my ex-wife, I actually had to get closer to her to get to 6 feet.
A lot of divorces happened because of that. So
yeah.
So that was a thing. So I know it's going to be a while before you're in Nashville, but have you been to our city before?
Dude, I have. One of my favorite places to perform is Zanies in Nashville, and the response has always been great. It's a legendary club. Zanies is a legendary club, and so I've been there. Now I do the Gutfeld show, and lots of people come out to shows. So I've actually been to Nashville before. It's just no one else was there, but I was there. So.
Oh, it's always fun. Good. So last night, Jamie, I'm sitting there. I'm settling in. I turn on Gutfeld, and there you are last night. What's it like being on that show that's become so massively popular?
Dude, it's been a hilarious journey because I've known Greg Gutfeld for probably 20 years. And he's done many different formats and shows, and he's always been the same guy. And it's almost like the audience has finally found him, and it's just hilarious, man, because we've been doing this for so long, and then it's so fun to be doing it in front of all of these people. And what's so cool is, like, I did the Tonight Show back in 2001. I've been doing this for a long time. Bit of an older guy. I just turned 40 10 years ago. And the beauty of Gutfeld is, like when I did the Tonight Show, you do like 5 minutes of material, and you work on it for years. You're sort of crafting 5 minutes for 10 years, and then you finally get on the Tonight Show. Gutfeld, I wrote all the jokes I did yesterday. I wrote yesterday afternoon. And so you're kind of doing brand new material in front of like 3 to 4 million people, which is, you feel alive, man. It's like, walking on a tightrope with no net. And so it is my favorite part of my job. And it's just been like really cool to, it's been a journey. I'm very grateful to have gotten to this point where people kind of know my comedy and come out to see my shows. And to be honest with you, I never thought it would happen. I thought I was kind of past the point at which that would happen, which is okay with me. I always had like a pretty cool career, but I think every comedian wants people to know who you are and to come see you. And so it's been really cool.
I had to laugh last night. You talked about your dry bar special, and a lot of those are great and funny. And, it's a clean show. For those who don't know dry bar comedy, it's very clean. And you said you had to spend the whole hour trying not to cuss.
Yeah, dude. Want to hear the dumbest thing? This
Yes.
is not even a bit. So when I got that dry bar, I had not heard of it. Like, a friend of mine is involved with them, and he was like, "Oh, you should do this." And I go, he's going to be really clean. And I'm like, "Have you not watched my clips? Like, why are you asking me?" And he goes, I go, "Tell me a little bit about it." And he goes, "It films in Provo." And I was like, "Oh, wow, that sounds like 4K or something, And Provo is a city in Utah. I thought he was telling me like the kind of quality recording. I was like, "Oh, this films in Provo. I got to do it." It's just like a city. Yeah, it's like a lot of Mormons and really, really great crowd, man. Just like very gracious crowd. And yeah, they tell you to be clean for your own good. Like, it's not like they're trying to censor you. They're sort of saying, if you are very clean, they will respond better to your material. So they're trying to help you. They're not trying to censor you. And and I think I said on the show last night, I wanted to call the special, "Is it Mormon here or is it just me?" That's what I wanted to call it.
Oh, that is fantastic. Jamie Lissow is with us. Better Off Dad comedy tour. So you mentioned playing the Tonight Show back in 2001. When you did those things, I mean, did Leno give you like feedback? Did he give you comments? Did he even talk to you? Like, how? I've always wondered how that works when comedians would go on with him or with Letterman.
Yeah, so I was heard I was going to be on the Tonight Show probably a year and a half before I actually went on. Like, I did the Montreal Comedy Festival, and the guy booking Leno at the time, the guys booking Leno, these really cool guys, Bob and Ross, they said, you're on the board, which means you're going to be on, but we have to sort of like craft this set and work on the set with you. And then we worked on the set for, I think it might have been a year. And then it was a week before I was on the Tonight Show. I'd never met Leno. I'd never been on a big TV show. And I was at the grocery store, and I ran into Jay Leno at the grocery store 1 week before I was on. And I normally would never say anything to anybody famous. And he was buying this, I'll never forget, he was buying like a giant box of cornflakes. I don't know. I can't explain why. And he was kind of facing the wrong way, like as you check out. And I go, I think he wants me to say, I think he'd be okay with me saying hi to him. And I said, dude, I wouldn't normally say anything. I go, but I'm going to be on your show on Tuesday. And he was like, really? I go, yeah, I'm a comedian. I'm going to do a show. He's like, all right, I'll see you Tuesday. And so the next Tuesday I went on the show, and he was like the most gracious. Like, I was so nervous. And he came in the green room, and he just said, dude, he's like, you're on this show with a musical guest and an actor. And he's like, neither of these people are funny at all. And he's like, you are going to be so funny because you're the comedian. And he goes, we'll see how it goes. If it goes good, you can come back. He goes, if it doesn't go good, you can still come back. He's like, you got nothing to worry about. He was just like a super chill, down to earth guy. And, yeah, and that was kind of it. And then he told me I did good, you know, on after the show on the little break there. He actually, you know how you see the guy, you're watching like Leno or Letterman, and you see him sort of whisper to the guy on break, and you're like, what is that guy saying to him? What is he saying?
Yeah.
So I used to live in Hermosa Beach, which is where the Comedy and Magic Club is, which is where Jay Leno does shows every Sunday night. And I used to walk by there. I never performed there. I tried. They never hired me. And I could hear Leno through the wall performing. And I would jog by there and be like, man, someday I want to work that club. And I would hear Leno. And on the break, he leans over and he goes, you ever worked at Comedy and Magic Club? And I go, never. I'm dying to. And he goes, oh, I'll call there this week. And I'll get you on. And so the next week I got a phone call from the Comedy and Magic Club where I'd been jogging past for years. And they go, hey, Leno called. Said you're a funny guy. And then I started working there like every week for the rest
Holy
of the
cow.
That's awesome.
Oh, that's
really
awesome.
Cool.
Yeah, I mean, I was expecting to go like, hey, never come on my show again. You're not funny. Yeah, beat it. Yeah, something along those lines right there. Jamie Lissow's with us. All right, so Jamie, you're playing Albany on July 10th. Chase and I are heading to Albany tomorrow. My question, though, is, are jokes different when you tell a joke in Albany as opposed to telling a joke to Hattiesburg, Mississippi, as opposed to telling a joke in Pasadena? Do you get the same effect, or do you have to temper it towards the audience?
It's a great question. I would say all of my shows are tailored a little bit to the unique crowd. Like, if you saw me every night of my tour, I don't think you would see the same show twice. I'm not one of these guys that is like the perfect craftsman of every word and every joke. Like, I definitely get to town early, find things to talk about, try to make it a unique show. But I will say, for the most part, all across the country, all of the folks sort of laugh at all of the same things. The only exception I have found is New York and LA, I believe, are harder. So I think I feel like the further I go to get to the venue, the more appreciative people are that I came. And I can kind of feel that in the show. If you look at my tour, you'll notice it's not filled with the biggest, craziest cities. It's mostly like 45 minutes outside of a big city, or, you know, which of course makes travel a bit of a biatch. But it's I find the less my phone works, the better my jokes work.
I like that. Real quick, my last question to you is, last night, and I know we can't play the soundbite from President Trump, but I mean, that is material that a president handed you on a silver platter, right?
Dude, Trump by far. Let's just be, whatever side of politics you're on, he's the funniest president we have ever had. Like, sure, Biden can fall up the stairs and stuff like that, but man, this Trump, he provides us with, he is like a real guy. Like, I feel like if that had been Kamala and she wanted a ceasefire and then they shot missiles, I feel like she would have gone like, well, you know, a ceasefire doesn't mean you stop right away. You know, maybe they do a couple, they're listening. He's just like, these guys effed up and they don't know what the F they're doing. Right. He's just like a real guy. Did you hear the other day he goes, he was talking about like reducing healthcare costs and prescription drug costs. And he goes, He goes, a buddy of mine, he's on the fat shot. He's on the fat shot. It's like $3,000 a month. And I was like, the fat shot. I go, can we please have President Trump rename all of the drugs? Like, you just walk in, you go, can I get a refill on my not so sads?
Oh, that's great.
That is fantastic. Jamie, we're looking forward to seeing you in Nashville in November at Zany's. I know it's going to be a lot of fun, but best of luck on the rest of the tour, and thanks so much for coming on today.
Thank you, guys. Absolutely. Pleasure talking to you, and I can't wait. Nashville, one of my favorite spots, 80s Legendary Club, and we sold out all our seats last time we were there, so I'm hoping we do a similar thing. And thanks for taking the time, guys. You guys enjoy the rest of your day.
Absolutely, you too. Jamie Lissow joining us here on the program. His tour that he's on, Better Off Dad comedy tour, and again, he will be at Zany. We'll have to get him on closer. That was pretty good.
Right.
November 8th and 9th, he will be at Zany's. If you think about it, like at least in the last, 30 to 35 years, all our presidents have given us comedy. Maybe that's why comedians exist.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think the first one was on Saturday Night Live when Chevy Chase was doing Gerald Ford and the falling down. And actually, that's when it kind of started to a next level. And then from that moment on, it's been nonstop.
There you go. Coming up next, what day is it and celebrity birthdays? I will not be in that, obviously, but it is Chasing Big Joe presented by the Omni Nashville Hotel here on 102.5, 106.3 The Game.
Hey, happy birthday. Now get him out of here.
Happy birthday!
Thank you, Krusty. Thank you, Grandpa. Chasing Big Joe, 1025, 1063 The Game. I do appreciate the birthday wishes today. It's funny, and I'm sure you had a kind of a moment where you went through this where it's like birthdays are still great, but they're weird because there's people that you wish were here that aren't.
Correct.
You know?
Yep.
And
there's not a damn thing you can do about it.
Nope. But I mean, like I was texting my mom last night that like my dad had like his stories he always had to tell about the day I was born. My grandmother, both my grandmothers had their stories. My grandfather had his stories, and like it was just so it was always fun. My grandfather was the president of the Tennessee Hospital Association and would not leave. And my grandmother basically was like, you have to go to work and get out of here, because my mom was in labor for a while. He shows up like 4 hours later giving a tour so he could check on my mom.
Oh,
it was so funny.
How big were you?
She's listening. She'll 9 pounds 8 ounces. I think I was big. It was large.
Your mom had a Volkswagen Beetle. Lord,
basically. So there you go. With that, let's get to what day it is. What day it is? What day is it? It's celebrity birthdays. And of course, it is brought to you by, where's my read? It is brought to you by Jarrett Companies, Inc. Jarrett Fire Division covers all of your business's fire safety needs. Just go to jarrettfire.com, above and beyond industry standards.
All right. We have Anthony Bourdain Day today. So wonderful foodie. Rest in peace. Color TV Day is today. Day of Seafarers. Oh, all right. Seafarers, whatever. Global Beatles Day is today. If you guys like the Beatles.
Like the band?
Or the bug?
The band.
Okay.
Yeah, the band. Yeah,
Paul, John, George, and Ringo. Yeah, I like them.
Leon
Pete
Day
Best.
is today. Shout out to Leon. National Parchment Day is today. National Catfish Day. Talking about 9 pounds. That's a good catfish right
Is
there.
that the fish or how you fake people out?
No, it's the
Okay.
fish. It's
All
the
right.
fish. Yep.
Okay.
National Strawberry Parfait Day. Yep.
Sorry.
World Vitiglio Day. I don't know, something with your skin.
Yeah.
Pardon you?
That's what it
Bless
said.
you.
It's World Vitiglio Day. It's like something with the
Wasn't
skin.
he an
I
actor?
got nervous. I'm just
It's something with the skin
Wasn't he in
discoloration.
Crimson Tide? Or was that Viggo Mortensen?
Viggo
All
Mortensen.
right,
was
my
in
bad.
Crimson.
Discoloration of the skin. And then to wrap it up, National Police Community Cooperative Day. So there you go.
Okay, that's quick, fast with that.
That's good.
Want to get to pacing with it. You know?
I like that.
So-
All right, time for celebrity.
My mom says 9 pounds 10 ounces, 23 and a half inches long. I was a toddler.
Good Lord, you're like the fish Homer caught when he went on the marriage retreat. Good God. And he had to
The
throw
general?
back. Yeah, the throw back in there to save your marriage. All right, time for celebrity birthdays. Got to get these within two. Our first birthday, Carly Simon, James Taylor's ex-wife. How old is Carly Simon?
Oh yeah, I get to find out what celebs I share a birthday with. Carly Simon, I'm going to say 76.
55.
82. The very funny Ricky Gervais. How old is Ricky Gervais today?
58.
62.
64. Dr. Crane's up one. Nada. Going down here. Oh, Angela from The Office. Angela Kinsey.
55.
52.
54. Tied at one. Dr. Crane taking him down in the birthday game on his birthday. Epic. Epic. Don't know who that is. We're going down. Oh, Busy Phillips, the actress. She was in Vice Principals and been in a bunch of other things.
71.
67.
46.
Nice.
She was on Dawson's Creek. Going down here. Singer McKenna Grace.
42.
49.
19.
Okay.
Actress June Lockhart.
78.
59.
100. guys are close on that one. Oh, actor, comedian. We've had him on the show before. Jimmy Walker. JJ from Good Times.
62.
67.
78. It's 1-1. Singer Tim Finn of Split Ends and Crowded House. Singer Tim Finn.
58.
62.
73. Rapper Richie Rich.
48.
44.
58. The bass player for Nickelback, Mike Kroger.
That's Chad's brother.
That's
right?
Chad's Bubba. Come on, man.
47.
50.
53. All right, we're down to the final two. You guys are tied at 1-1. This is good. Again, how old is former baseball player Carlos Delgado?
53.
54.
53. Dead on. Chase up 3-1. Last birthday. It's a good one. How old is Dale Curry? Steph Curry's dad. How old is Dale Curry?
65.
63.
Oh, he's 61 at the buzzer. Chase wins 3-2 on his birthday.
Thank you.
Well done, buddy. Happy birthday, pal. I'm going to get you call waiting like Kramer got Jerry call waiting on his birthday.
Thank you very much. Thanks again for all the birthday wishes. I appreciate it.
Happy birthday.
Happy
Thank you,
birthday,
Dr.
buddy. Happy birthday
you,
to you.
Trevor.
And also, it's a good day to our guys out there. If you are struggling, going through some things, please reach out. Please talk to us on your cell phone. You can call or text 988. We talk about journeys all the time. Your journey is a beautiful journey. Understand that, and that all storms at some point run out of rain. So know that. Know there are brighter, better days ahead, and our world is a better place because you're here. Know that. Know that we love you, and more importantly, more than anything else in this world, God loves you.
Amen to that. Peace, love, rock and